Well, hello everybody. My name's Zach. I know everybody's been waiting for, content on the Zahner Honey Farm thing. I'm just starting out, and I finally got my bees. It took a while for them to get here, and the way I actually bought them was through a ad that I had found on Facebook, because I went to go order them through Farm and Fleet, and they actually ran out for the season. I was a little bit late on getting to them, and so I found an ad. This older guy ordered them but didn't want them anymore, so I ended up buying them. It wasn't bad, but they're finally in, so that's what took so long. I invited everybody onto the page. If you guys look down on the About section of the page, you'll actually find that there's the URL for the YouTube channel under the same name as the Facebook page. I will be posting videos of everything, the full length of everything that I do, every step of the way. I'm going to be showing you today actually how I'm going to be installing them, all the stuff that I had, and just everything that I've learned so far, and taking all of that. And I'm not really sure how this is going to go, but I'm going to try my best, and I'm not really going to do anything special. I'm just going to be putting them in, and that's all I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a little bit of table talk, so to speak, before and after, and we're going to be talking about what I want to do in the future, what I want things to where I want things to go, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So what I got here is the bee cage. This is how they came. They came into a little plastic cage like this. One of them actually got stuck on inside here, and actually this is going to be an ongoing process. Today I was going to be installing the queen, but when I looked inside, if you see the one bee on the inside of this little cage that has the dot on her back, that's the queen. Well, she arrived dead, and because I just opened the package, I was trying to get a little prep going before everything, so I didn't look like a complete jackass on camera. But I opened it up, and she was dead. So that's great. There's two ends to it. There's a way that you release her into the thing, but it's no matter. You can still install the bees without the queen. I'm gonna end up ordering a new queen. So these little guys and her will sit to the side. The way they come is actually a feeder, so if I actually take this up, they'll be all free. So then with me, I've got the smoker. I'll get that lit up. I think it went out. I started it. This is a Hive tool. And then you've got your feed for the smoker and your smoker fuel. This is sugar water. 1 for 1, cup for cup, water and sugar. And what you're supposed to do with that is you're actually supposed to spray it on them. I didn't have an all-purpose sprayer that didn't have chemicals in it, so I just made it out of a bottle. So here's the Hive. What you're supposed to do, I guess, is you're supposed to open it up and then just kind of shake them in here. And then when you shake them in, you're supposed to spray them with the water. And then when you spray them with the water, you just kind of coat them a little bit, and then you turn it upside down, remove the feeder, and then just literally shake them in. So you're gonna see me do that here in a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna suit up. I actually have some gloves and a bee hat that has a veil on it, and I'm going to be doing that for the first time because I don't know how. That one loose bee, they're not harmful. I could probably do it without anything, but I'm just probably going to be careful and have the veil on me because I don't want them in my face. But yeah. Before I go into anything, I know it kind of looks crappy around here at the moment. I got sick a little while ago. I was going to do a little bit more prep in this little plot that I've got going in the yard for them. I was actually going to turn this whole thing into a flower bed, but I got sick, and that kind of deterred me being able to do that because I was going to use that whole week to ground up all this and then put all the flowers in so that they have a local source of pollen and nectar right here, and they didn't really have to go anywhere. But that didn't happen. But luckily I'm feeling better now that they're here. But I think what I'm going to end up doing is while they're in the hive, because they're going to be kind of getting settled in, and they're going to be kind of doing their thing inside the hive and building up and stuff in population. I think I'm going to dig around and do it then, because it won't disturb them. It won't piss them off too much to move them around if I have to. But that's the plan. I went out and did some shopping for a lot of flowers that are high nectar producing and stuff like that, like cone flowers, dwarf sunflowers, lavender, all kinds of different ones. And I bought a bunch of seed to plant like wildflowers and all kinds of different stuff. I might even plant if I can work it out, I might even plant an apple tree or a cherry tree. I know the different varieties of flowers can produce different things. Eventually what I want to do is obviously the plan is to make a lot of honey. Well, mine's just going to be a variety flower because I'm just going to have a bunch of different ones there. I'm not going to have, I know a lot of different like honey farmers or beekeepers have like certain bees that make specific types of honey that are like made from pumpkin blossoms, apple. I got some from Hawaii that is like macadamia honey, and it's only from pollinated, and the nectar's pulled from macadamia nut trees. So, but mine's just gonna be a variety. Until then, they're just gonna get whatever vegetation I already have planted in the yard. They're gonna be pulling nectar from that. But yeah, also forgive me, I'm not really good on camera and I kind of go on and ramble. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start getting the smoker together, and what I'll try to show as best as I can how you do that. So in here on this thing, you've got this piece that pulls it down, and it's basically just a bunch of burlap that you have to light up and then give it a few puffs and stuff like that, and it gets going. So let that burn for just a second. Might want to throw this other piece in. And then what you do, you stick that on there, close this up, and then you just kind of do it like that. It calms them down. Really what it's meant to do is it messes with their bee signals, and it allows them not to communicate, and then they don't get so hostile. So it's just more of a preventative measure in case you're disturbing them a lot, which introducing them into a hive, you're going to be doing a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on. the guy I bought it from, it was like an extra 10 bucks. I was like, whatever, dude. So I'll probably get a different one. Maybe I'll get to the point where I don't want to wear this stupid thing, but I just want to make sure when I release all these fucking bees that I'm not swatting myself in the face. So there's that. So we're gonna bring this over here, and so I can do a bit of explaining here what you're looking at before I go into doing this. This is an entrance reducer so that they'll stay in there. And down here, which I have 2 more of these deep body Hive boxes, and once they get pollinated or built up in population, I'll stack the other 2 up, and they'll have 2 to live in, and then I'll harvest from one of them. But this is the deep body Hive. Down here you've got it's like a bottom net to keep like varroa mites, and then like to let them fall through, but not the bees. And then that white piece down here, that's so you can actually see if there's any varroa mites or like any other bugs like drop to the bottom. So, and then this is actually a top cover, and this is the inner cover, and then that's the outer cover. And the reason why there's 2 of them is so that like when they're building comb and stuff like that in here, they actually will build up, and if it sticks to anything, you can use that Hive tool that I have over there to pry this off instead of the main lid. And that's actually for protection from the weather. So that's a little bit of an explanation of what everything is. So now here comes the fun part. I'm gonna start spraying these bees down. Make sure this is working. I'm gonna start spraying these bees down with a little bit of this sugar water. I'm gonna be light on it because I noticed that the sprayer was like a little bit thick. But I'm gonna go ahead and spray them down, and then I'm gonna try and shake them in. So let me make sure that this is like visible so you can see what I'm going to be doing. Wonder if there's a better view. Let me shift this over. Let me see if that works. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I don't know how the audio is going to work from me being like 3 feet away. Hope it works out. But so maybe I could even put you over here. Nah, I want you all to see. I want you all to see everything that I'm going to be doing. It's probably better just to leave you all there. So, I wish you guys could hear this bee cage. They're so loud. Dead ones on top. Yep. Okay. So they are officially let me see if there's like I'm probably gonna use this. So I'm spraying them down. A little thick, I know. I had to get it through the cage. This is to also help them to not like fly away too. So what you got to do is shake them down to the bottom. That's gonna piss them off. Okay, so I got them down at the bottom. This one, I think he's hearing his friends, and he's pissed. So I'm gonna smoke them a little bit so that they're not too mad. And I'm gonna yep, I think they're mad. Okay, I shook them in here. I will show you all what this actually looks like, because I think there's a lot of dead bees actually in the bottom from like the shipping and everything. So I might have to clean it out here in a little bit. Like after they get settled and stuff, because there is like a lot of bee bodies and not a lot of movement. So they say once you have them in there, just to place this here, I want you to see, look at all them bees that I just shook in there. So I wish I could have had you like there to see it, but like, no, so that's probably a lot of dead bees, but as you can see, the ones that are alive are already like starting to build their way around and stuff. So I sprayed them with a lot of water so they wouldn't fly away. But like that's for the majority. I think we had a disconnect there, but I'm gonna be a little brave and I'm gonna swoop through, and I want you to see how many of these bee bodies there actually are. Okay, so we're getting a lot of live ones. I think they're just stuck on some of that water. So they've taken my fuel, so I'm gonna have to let that go. But make sure I still got enough. So they're doing okay. So they're calm. They've got a little, I don't know if you can see that clear shit in there, but that's actually part of the sludgy feed stuff. So when you're installing bees, they actually say to put some like feed in there, especially when you don't have a queen, because as I explained earlier, my queen arrived arrived dead. So I'm gonna have to order a new one. But they say to put feed in there until you get a new queen, but now I obviously don't have to do that because I just got some of that Bee Sweet Pro stuff that they put in the cage in there, and then the rest of these guys are going to find their way into the hive. So it's really cool to see how these guys like actually just know how to stay in there, because you can see like how some of these guys are like, they're cleaning themselves off. They're getting the sugar off of them that I sprayed on them. These Italian bees are supposed to be really calm, and they're proving themselves to be right. I mean, look, I don't know if you can see it, but this one bee is cleaning the other bee off from the sugar. So this is a really cool experience. You're seeing a lot of movement, but I don't know if you can see as well as I can, but there's a lot of dead bees down there. And eventually what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to take that body off when they're all clung up here on these foundations. And I'm probably going to clean these out to find out how many were dead, and then just get all the dead bodies out. So so now that they're in there, all I got to do is literally just put the lid on, wait to get a new queen in, and then they will start to get her laying eggs and stuff like that. We'll see how well they do with like moving into their new place. And yeah, but that's really all. That's it. That's all that was to that. I'm probably gonna take this queen box that has a few bees in it and push that in and set them in there too, because every bee counts. So while I'm doing that, I just want to talk about a few things that I hope that this turns into. Yep, see, they're already free. And he's pissed that I'm handling his dead mom. Okay. Got that in there. So I really don't need this. They're not that big of a problem as I thought they were going to be. So the reason I really wanted to start doing this was I wanted to have something that was my own, something that was, I guess, therapeutic in a way, and something that I could have my own business. I just realized the camera dropped. You know, keeping bees and stuff is something that I've been learning about and been wanting to do for a very long time. And everybody that I know that, or I've learned about, that has kept bees and stuff like that, loves it to death. Something a lot of people don't know about like keeping bees and stuff is that it's across the nation. There have been so many beekeepers that have tried to get other people to keep bees, because the fact that everything that we eat, that we see grow, anything that grows is affected by the bee population. And if bees go extinct and they are getting killed off, they, like, our entire world will go to crap. All the vegetation will die. And if that dies, then the livestock and all our farm animals and any animal really will die off, because their vegetation's not being fed, their food sources aren't being fed to, and then we die. Bees are a massive part of this world, and on top of them, they're dying off because of the pesticides that people are using on farms and other plants. They're dying off because of improper keeping methods. People don't realize how bad varroa mites. Look it up. It's spelled VARROA, and then mite. They're like ticks for bees, but they kill them, and they feed off of their innards and poison them and mess with their guts, and it's really bad. And you're gonna see me later on. I'm gonna go to Farm and Fleet, and I'm gonna buy these they're like little packages that are meant to like fight and ward away varroa mites. And if they do get in, they go to that, and then it kills them, and it completely unaffects the bees. But they're these little packs, and it doesn't affect the bees in any way other than it helps them. And so I'm gonna get a couple of those. You shove them in that bottom board where the white slide was at. Anybody that missed that, just look at the beginning of the video. Once you put them in there, it kind of helps with that. There's other methods I'll be showing you as we go along and progress in this journey that I would like to take you all on, with showing you my beekeeping and stuff like that. You'll see that there's like ways to test to see if you have varroa mites, because bees die all the time. You're always going to have to like clean out dead bodies and stuff like that. And you're going to have to get rid of all the dead bodies. They only live like a few weeks, so you're going to see me cleaning it out, and you're going to see me going through and inspecting it. I'm going to start after today, like, you're going to see me having videos, like, I hope every single day. I have a job, so sometimes if it gets too late, I don't want to bring you out here and then have to have a bunch of flashlights and stuff like that. But so I'll try to get it during the day. Yeah, you'll see me going through everything just as I would, you know, so you can be a part of the whole journey. So this is very interesting. So I'm rambling on, but I want to show you guys this. This cage has that dead queen bee body in it, but they're attacking that bee thing in there. So I wonder if maybe she's not dead, but just like dormant or something. But I put her in there and just to let those other bees go. But I think they're like, they smell her or something. And they're going to try and like, I don't know, help her. Maybe she was on the brink of dying and she just didn't like, maybe they're helping her out. I don't know. Maybe they're going to get some more feed to her, but we'll see. See, now you can start to see some of these jelly things exposed now that some of the bees have moved. See all these dead bees? But that's some of the feed, so I'll leave that in there for them to live on. They can pull from that, and that'll help them get established. But, so, oh, Logan, you asked, how long does it take for a queen to get to you? I don't know. I had to call the guy that guy bought the order from, and he said that he would contact the people because he's the one that had the order receipt, and so he's probably gonna have to read his receipt off to them for them to send him a queen. So yeah, but yeah, they'll still work out. They'll still be installed. They'll still be living here and stuff like that. So, they're going to do fine without a queen. The only problem is you have to get a queen in there to repopulate, because eventually all these bees will die if they don't have a queen. So that's the only problem with not having a queen, is that she's not repopulating. Otherwise, these bees will do all that they need to do without her. So all they're going to be doing is building comb and grabbing and getting themselves established and figuring out that this is their new home. So, hi, Aunt Lori. But yeah, so, and this is the cage right now. I put it right at the entrance so they can figure out their way in there. So they'll all figure out their way in through that little hole. As you can see, there's if I can get it to focus, there's one already in there, and he's in that little bitty hole, figuring out what he wants to do, I guess. But that's a little hole that'll lead up through the bottom, and that hole entrance is actually right in there, about where they're at. So yeah, I'm completely I'm actually complete. So as you can see, I'm completely unmasked right now. I didn't know how aggressive or how calm they were going to be. I just kind of took that precaution when I first shook them out. But they're really calm. They've landed on my hand a few times. They're not doing anything. I'm not shaking. I'm not doing nothing. They're just trying to figure out what the hell they want to do and where to go. And I think they're trying to figure out why the hell their queen is dead. So, yeah. So, I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on this without trying to squish as many as possible. I'm going to get this smoker going again so I can calm them and get them to go down into the hive. And then I'm going to put the top lid on, and we're going to be done with today. That's all I really had to do, was put them in today and let them figure out their own damn business. And then I'm going to figure out getting a queen. But I'm going to keep showing you guys stuff every single day. what I'm gonna be doing, and you'll see as we keep going. So I don't know, I'm just rambling. All right, let's put this lid on and see if I can't do that. Get down in there. Get down in there. Yeah. Come on, I don't want to squish y'all. Yeah. Okay. Woo! All right. Oh, I squished one. All right. Y'all are gonna, come on. There we go. All right. And then all I gotta do is put this on, and then leave them be. So I know it's not much, but that's pretty much all I had to do. It's a starter video. I don't know what else to tell you, but I do want to talk about a few things that I want to do kind of with this, and kind of explain where I want to go. So I mean, as I was saying earlier, I wanted to do something that was therapeutic. I wanted to do something that was good, something that was helpful towards the community. You know, they always say that, like, you know, support your local beekeeper. Well, it's because the population's down. Buying local honey is really good for your allergies, and buying local honey supports businesses that are local, I mean, for economic reasons. I wanted to do something that was good within the community. Hopefully this goes bigger. I would like to obviously see this grow and see the hive do well and see it get a lot bigger and producing a lot of honey. I know a few of you have already been asking about honey and honey prices, and like, as you can see, I just put them in, so I mean, they ain't got shit. So you know, it's just gonna be a while, because it takes them like a week to get established. I don't know how that's gonna be affected without them having a queen right away, assuming she's still dead, because her spot shouldn't be white like that on top, and she wasn't moving. So but it's gonna be a while before they're really established, got some comb going. I would say if he gets back to me today, and if he gets back to me today, and he, like, let's say I got a queen within the next week or so, I would say give it like 2-3 weeks, and they should start having like a lot of brood. Brood is like where their storage units are for honey to survive. That's where they're going to start laying eggs and stuff like that. So that's why there's only one deep body hive that is put there right now. So that's only going to be like that for a little while, and then the other two I'll stack on later once they're established. But it's going to be a little while, so I wouldn't even project even having a single ounce of tasteable honey until maybe the end of June, beginning of July, maybe, if all goes well. The other part is that I've got to make sure that they're protected, storms and stuff like that, make sure that it doesn't get beat around. As you can see, I don't have anything holding it together. That bottom board is a separate piece from the body, which is a separate piece from the lid, so it's easy to shake around. So but assuming everything goes well, yeah, by then I'll have a little bit of tasteable honey, not a whole lot, but if they get going really well, absolutely, you know, I want to have everybody to have a chance, you know, family, friends, and stuff like that, to have a chance to taste the honey. If you're a lot further out, which most people that I've talked to about it already are, I can definitely send you honey in like the mail or something like that, and we can get you a jar. As you, if you guys don't know, for anybody that's watching, honey doesn't go bad, and I mean, I could literally pull a jar out, sit for 3 years, you put it in some warm water, it's good as new. It'll pour like liquid, because all it does is crystallize. But I'm not putting a price tag on anything yet. I just want to get the word out. I just want to make it fun this year, see where everything goes, and I really just want to develop like keeping everything going, how to get better at keeping the bees, how to get better at different things, because then eventually I've only got a few months, and then it's going to start cooling down again, and then you got to worry about winterizing, and you got to worry about like keeping them warm. Did your population get high enough to where they're gonna not die off because they got enough body heat inside the hive, you know, stuff like that. But you guys will see as things go along what I'm going to do for that. I've watched so many different beekeepers on how their different methods of springtime, summertime, fall time, wintertime, harvesting, winterizing, stuff like that. So I'm going to try and apply some of those techniques. If any of you guys know beekeepers or do beekeeping yourself, anybody that's watching this, because I've seen people like my page that I don't even know, which is good. Like, if anybody that watches this video has a tip or advice or sees me do something wrong, leave a comment below on any video. I'll get a notification about it. I'll be reading through stuff like that. And again, I'm going to be posting this video on YouTube. The link, the URL to the page, I haven't figured it out. So if there's any other problems with that, comment on the Facebook Live video and let me know. If you, so if you can't see it, just let me know. I'll try to figure it out. I'm still working out all the kinks. This is all beginning stuff. Eventually, if another piece of this is, if it gets big enough, I would like to get my own spread of land someday. I don't know if that's a year from now or 100 years from now. I'm just saying that I would like to have this. Just watching them do their thing is so interesting. Bees are, I mean, read like any type of material, watch any YouTube video, any kind of documentary, any other beekeeper. I mean, just, it's so interesting to learn how these guys communicate, how they make the honey, how they know to do the same thing over and over and over with such a short lifespan. So, but yeah, I'd love to go big. I'd love to have a huge spread and just have like a bunch of hives, making a whole bunch of honey and making a bunch of people happy with it. But I don't know. If you guys have any ideas on how to get bigger, how to do better, how to do anything, let me know. I'll be reading the comments. And that's pretty much all I got for today. I'm fine-tune my video doing skills and this whole social media thing, and I know I didn't really give a good intro. I didn't give any of that, so I'm trying all this out for the first time. And again, on that, if you have any tips on how to do better YouTubing or videoing, just let me know. So this is gonna be a lot of fun. I can show you guys every single day what they're gonna be doing and stuff, because I'll be out here all the time watching these guys. You might see some bad moments where maybe it rained and a bunch of them got killed, or maybe I get a varroa mite attack, God forbid, or some of them die, they don't work out, maybe another queen dies or something. I don't know, but you're gonna see all that, so we're gonna figure it out as we go. So just stay tuned, look on the YouTube video, subscribe, hit the notification bell on the YouTube channel. You'll get all the videos there. Like and be a part of the page on Facebook. You guys will get notifications if you're like a fan or a liker of the page. So you'll see all the videos and stuff like that. So you can find it on my Facebook page, or you can just look up Zaner Honey Farm on Facebook. It'll bring you all to the same thing. So I think the page is like, the company is like hyperlinked on my personal Facebook page. So you guys will all see that. Yeah. So until next time, anything to ask about, anything you guys want to know, send me a personal message on Facebook through the page, on my personal page if you're my friend. Give me a text if you already got my number. Give me a phone call. I don't care. Just get a hold of me and let me know. So, thanks guys.